All units, please respond. We got a 7467. Two idiots spilling the tea about their neighbors.
Welcome to Crazy Rich Neighbors.
Marriage and murder.
There goes the neighborhood. Hey, moral bougie crew and murderous CRN trolls. Shout out, as always, to our awesome sponsor, Podcast Junkies, right here in Boca Raton, Florida.
Our wackos of the week are two affluent husbands who were convicted of gruesome murders in the Sunshine State. How exactly did love turn deadly? Or was it ever love in the first place? But first... Hey, Benjimoto!
Hey, what's up? How we doing?
What's
It's Friday, baby.
crackalackin'?
Oh, it is Friday. We've got some. Yeah, it was a long week. How was your week, ladies?
Long,
It was long.
arduous, but now it's over.
Mine was all right. I can't complain. Compared to like how my year had started out.
Hey, things are getting better. Things are getting better. No, it definitely does
It's
feel like
been
the tides
okay.
are turning.
Yeah, it's been okay. I can't complain. I
More
won't complain.
Favorably, I had a 21st wedding anniversary.
Ooh,
21 years.
congratulations.
Yes.
That's
awesome.
a big accomplishment because
Yeah.
not a lot of
Yes.
marriages last that long
No.
these days.
Plus,
boo-boo.
we were together, 3 years before that?
That's beautiful.
Yes, honey.
Almost a quarter century of loving.
I know.
love
Time
that.
flies. My goodness.
What's the secret?
It does.
Yeah, what is the secret?
Fun and
Yeah.
just weathering the storms and keeping it real, It's not, it's like this.
Yeah.
Keep your
And
sense of
your
humor.
partners.
That's
Yeah.
it. You are partner. Your
Yeah.
teammates.
Yes, honey.
it.
Absolutely. So bring it on, life.
You
Whatever.
can't just give up when things get tough,
Oh,
right? You got
no.
that's-
Some
know?
shit is gonna happen. Period.
Oh,
It's how you deal with
it's
it.
life, right?
Yep.
Ebbs and flows.
Yes.
Yes.
So Ariana Grande recently told an interviewer on the red carpet that she's had her mind erased.
Kanye said they're doing that. Not to
Let's-
quote that idiot.
Let's
but
listen to the clip.
Wow.
So I got this clip pulled up. I'm gonna make sure the sound sounds good, but here it is, okay? Ooh, Ariana Grande.
Oh,
She looks weird.
she
looks so weird.
does. This is a Glinda phase.
They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure, The memory erasure. They erase my memories. It's a little foggy. They did the Brighter Days
What?
memory erasure treatment to me,
crazy.
so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy
Is she
because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure,
is she glitching?
The memory erasure.
She
they
went to
erase-
some place called Brighter Days Clinic and claims that she had memory erasure.
Why would she? Maybe the pain of losing Mac
Well,
Miller.
he asked her something about the production, and so this was like at the premiere of
You think she was
Wicked?
pretending?
No, I don't think she was pretending, but she forgot like not just whatever traumatic things happened to her. She forgot like basic things, like he was trying to engage her about the production of Wicked, and she's like, I don't remember.
Oh my goodness.
Ready? Memory erasure refers to the selective artificial removal of memories of associations from the mind. While
Oh.
it sounds like science fiction, researchers suggest that it might be possible to erase suppressed specific memories, particularly those associated with trauma or anxiety, through
wow.
complete eradication is still a challenge. Techniques being explored include drug-induced amnesia,
Oh wow.
selective memory suppression, and interfering with reconciliation processes.
Oh.
Can you look up Brighter
gosh.
Days Clinic and
Yeah,
see
I
I
what
wonder
the
if
scoop
that's a
is with
real
that?
place.
Well, Ben's gonna look it up.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, she had the shooting that happened at her concert that caused her a lot of pain. Mac Miller's death, but
Right.
like, why would? I don't know. Like, erasing your memory seems like mind control,
It seems
right? And it's
very
Hollywood.
dramatic, very extreme.
Yes, and she claims to be a witch, so like, why can't she just witch herself out of this?
I don't want to forget my trauma. I just want to be able to distance myself from it because you know what? I don't want to forget other memories.
This
Yeah,
is
right.
interesting.
Okay,
This is
what do you got?
interesting.
It's a real
So,
place.
The Brighter Days, it's a pediatric mental health urgent care center.
Well, she's
in-
the size of a child, so
Yes.
So it's in Rochester, New York, and now it's a new walk-in clinic for children and adolescents up to the age of 18.
can you see if there's one in Los Angeles?
Sure.
There
That's
might be more than one Brighter Days
crazy.
clinic.
It's a real place.
Well,
oh
Well, and I'm
my
also a
gosh.
little
she thinks it is.
yeah.
Oh, whoa.
And And I'm also a little curious is when did she go through that? Because she's older than 18.
So that clip was from
Not too
the
long
Wicked
ago.
premiere, which was
Yes.
last fall.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh, I don't know.
she's never talked about Brighter Days and memory erasure before
and
that
guess
interview.
what? She probably
There is one
wasn't.
in Los
and she.
Angeles.
All right, what's their
Ooh.
scoop?
Okay.
And she probably wasn't supposed to talk about it either. I'm sure she wasn't supposed to mention that.
Or they're getting lots of free PR.
Ooh.
Let's do this. I think our audience can go ahead and take a look at this.
That's a place.
Well, they take
Oh, they
Aetna.
take
Yeah, take
insurance.
Aetna.
Online therapy.
Oh my.
Teletherapy.
Do they say anything about mind erasure?
While your journey is to healing and empowerment begins, we specialize in providing compassionate, expert online therapy services across California with a focus on trauma therapy and EMDR, eye movement.
Oh, yeah. That I've heard of. That's not kooky stuff.
No.
That's not the mind erasure thing. That's like you put your eyes on this like screen and you watch something move back and forth. And as you do that, you talk about your trauma, and something about the eye movement while you talk about your trauma is supposed to not make it hurt anymore.
Okay.
And it's supposed to help you synthesize it, but that's not what they call mind erasure.
I know, but mind erasure, I'm sure it's a thing. We need to dig deeper into this.
That's very interesting.
But you know what you mentioned with Kanye, like he said that when he was checked in for his 5150,
Yes.
that they gave him a drug cocktail that induces insanity, which is a true thing. It's something our CIA has worked on in the 60s when they were also like doing the MK Ultra mind control thing. So
Yeah.
it is a real thing.
Yes.
Some people claim that it happened to Britney Spears and then possibly Michael Jackson. And now other people are saying that they're queuing up Justin Bieber
Yes,
for that.
I heard.
Because he's fighting back for not being compensated fairly from the record companies, which is the
Wow.
same thing that Kanye went through, which is the same
Yes.
thing that
The
Michael
Prince-
Jackson went
Prince
through
as well.
and Prince went through.
Wow.
Maybe they got taken out by the music industry. Like they said, like people allegedly, like Tommy Mottola and whatnot, and these very powerful, the Grange family allegedly are, they control their artists. They're kind of like slaves. Like Prince said, they don't own their name. They don't
Yep.
own their music rights, most of them. And they're kind of slaves to the industry. And I think when they go off the rails,
Well, some would claim that they're put off the rails, so they can't fight back.
oh my God. I mean, did you see Britney lately with her,
She's
like her
cuckoo Magoo.
fingernails? Like she was like, I got my little fingernails. She's the most shabby fingernails.
Mm-hmm.
No manicure, teeth rotted out. And she was just going on, like talking in this baby voice about my nails and her nails, her little baby nails or whatever. It's not good. Not good.
Nope.
Listen, that industry is
Eat you alive.
I know. It's probably good that we didn't go to Hollywood after college.
I think it's good that we didn't get signed for our podcast because we'd get fishhooked over contractually
I'm sure.
too.
I'm
so-
sure. That was always your fear too. That was always you feared that. You thought, we'd be
Wait,
owned.
Can I just show you what she just posted on her Instagram?
Who? Britney or
Spears.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Yes.
What the fajok?
Was she
17 hours ago, she has no bra on.
Oh my Lord.
What? I was just looking up like what she looked. I haven't seen her in a while.
jeez.
Holy
Gosh.
smokes, it's crazy.
I mean, that girl can't afford a good weave. Like, come
Or
on.
dental work? Invisaligns?
No, she used to have like, oh man.
Yeah.
Anywho, God, listen, Hollywood, it is not all that it's cracked up to be.
So we're going from a train wreck to a plane crash.
Yes, what is up with all these jets and planes and
A
things?
private jet crashed in Boca Raton today.
God rest the dead.
Our condolences
Yes.
to the friends and family.
Uh-huh.
Condolences.
The jet was en route to Tallahassee, so there possibly could have been some politicians
Could
because
be.
that's our state capital.
Yeah, they haven't released the names.
No, but apparently crashed into a car
Yep.
on the road and pushed the car into the train tracks.
I
This is a
know.
whole
And,
thing.
and this is like an area, a military road. It's one that you can drive at least once, twice a month. It's like a main
Oh, I'm on
thoroughfare.
there all the
It's-
time.
Yeah. It's a good thing that more people didn't get injured, but God rest the dead indeed. But I mean, I don't know what's happening with all these plane crashes.
No, it's scary AF.
I know.
And then the
I know.
helicopter, you heard about that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was nuts.
I mean, the blades fell off.
Yeah, what happened?
That's insane. Somehow the blades came off the top of the helicopter.
Unbelievable.
I've only been in a helicopter once, and I don't think I will ever go in one ever again.
Me either. Me either. Me either.
I got out with my life, thank you.
I mean, I'm good with the PJs are awesome, but a helicopter, no, thank you. No. Yeah. Yeah. Last time I was on a helicopter, it was going from Zermatt to like
Oh, right.
Italy. It was beautiful, but girl, those blades came so close to the mountains. It was
Yikes.
It was beautiful,
Yeah.
but definitely no need to one and done.
Yeah,
One and
exactly.
done.
That's how I feel.
No more.
Check
We
the box.
survived it. It's
Exactamo.
not worth it.
No chow.
Yes, honey. And now for our wackos of the week. Our first wacko hails from the Florida Panhandle, where white sand beaches meet quiet pineland back roads. It's a place known for southern hospitality, shrimp boats, and sleepy towns. But beneath the postcard charm, secrets festered. This episode, we're diving into the twisted tale of passion, deception, and murder in the Gulf County, right here in Florida. This is the story of Michelle and Jonathan Nice, an affair, a brutal killing, and a courtyard drama that turned the Panhandle into a national headline.
So the Florida Panhandle is often overshadowed by its flashier neighbors, Orlando, Tampa, Miami. But up in the Panhandle, life moves slower. Think old-grown forests, winding rivers, and towns where everybody knows your name and your business. Mm-hmm. In the early 2000s, Jonathan Nice, a Princeton-educated pharmaceutical executive, left New Jersey and bought a sprawling property just outside Panama City. He wanted a fresh start, a quiet life. But he wasn't alone. His wife, Michelle, came with him. Young, vibrant, and raised in the Philippines, she was an exotic beauty. Michelle struggled to fit in with a longtime residents whose roots spanned generations. It didn't take long for cracks to form.
Michelle soon struck up a relationship with a local man, Dwayne Graham, a farmhand and truck driver. Their affair became the talk of the town, you guys. What started as whispers turned into confrontation. Jonathan Nice was so devastated, but then something snapped. Oh my God, speaking of snapped, I used to love that show.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still on, by the way?
I don't know.
Gosh, I used to watch that all the time.
Oh,
You too?
Oh, yeah.
In January of 2003, Michelle's body was found in a shallow ditch just off a dirt road. She had been strangled, her body staged to look like a car accident. But the truth emerged quickly. Jonathan, under pressure and scrutiny, the talk of the town, confessed he had killed her in a rage.
But this wasn't a cut and dry case. No, no, no. The court proceedings read like a Southern Gothic novel, honeys. Rural culture clashing with East Coast privilege. North versus South. Locals painted Jonathan as an outsider, a controlling husband who didn't understand life in the Panhandle. Jonathan's lawyers, in contrast, tried to cast doubt on the prosecution's narrative, raising questions about the influence of Michelle's affair and the cultural divide that may have played into her isolation. But the prosecutors didn't budge. They laid out Jonathan's manipulative behavior, his obsession with keeping Michelle, and his attempts to cover up the murder. But in the end, Jonathan Nice was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 25 years in the slammer.
Dude, nothing's worth going to jail.
No, you never get away with this ish.
Honey, who the hell wants to go to jail?
No child.
Like, I'd rather deal with heartache and loss. Like, release
Yeah.
her to the universe and pray to the Lord
Divide
that
up
somebody...
all your things and go
and
on your way.
Nothing is worth it. Like, we
No.
don't own humans. If they don't want you,
That's right.
move on. You're going to
Well-
be locked up in jail till the end of your days?
I'm not justifying what he did, but he did snap.
Yes.
So there is that.
Oh gosh, child.
So we got to pray we don't ever snap.
Girl, no. Let's keep each other
think
accountable.
it through, honey.
Think about eating Wonder Bread and freaking canned corn
And not getting any of our
and
beauty
weenie,
treatments.
and weenie sausages. Going
Franks and beans.
gray and all the wrinkles setting in.
One in the pinky, two in the stinky.
Okay.
We just got a knee.
No, jail. No.
No. Mm-mm.
Go.
No.
You want to go?
Child, bye.
Child, please. Anywho. So, yeah.
To truly understand this story.
Yes, you have to understand the Panhandle, y'all. It's a place where tradition runs deep and appearances matter. Affairs don't stay quiet. Outsiders don't always find their footing. I think those towns are kind of clannish, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And probably run by like the same families generationally, probably, allegedly, maybe inbreeding. I don't know if it's that bad. I've never been there. I'm sure it's beautiful, right?
I haven't been yet.
Yes, anywho. And a place as close-knit as Gulf County, a scandal like this doesn't disappear. Even today, locals remember the Nices, not for their wealth or their strange northern ways, but for the tragedy that shook their sleepy corner of Florida.
The murder of Michelle Nice wasn't just a crime of passion. It was a story of culture clash, emotional breakdown, and small town scrutiny. The Florida Panhandle may look calm on the surface, but sometimes just below that serene exterior, the current runs dark. And now, y'all, the tragic story of Teresa Severs and our second wacko of the week, her killer. Teresa Severs seemed to have it all. She was a successful holistic physician in Bonita Springs, Florida, known for her fierce intelligence, outspoken nature, and her dedication to her patients. She and her husband, Mark Severs, had 2 daughters and ran their medical practice together. From the outside, their lives looked like the American dream. But behind the facade, something darker was brewing. In June of 2015, Teresa was attending a family trip in New York, but returned home early to see patients the next day. It was a Sunday evening, June 28th, when she landed at Southwest Florida International Airport and drove home alone. That would be the last time anyone saw her alive.
The next morning, when Teresa didn't show up for work, her husband Mark, still in New York with their daughters, called a neighbor and asked them to check on her. What they found was absolutely horrifying. Dr. Teresa Severs had been brutally bludgeoned to death in her kitchen. The murder weapon, a hammer. Quelle horror, how brutal.
Terrible.
Detectives described the scene as frenzied and very personal. There were no signs of forced entry, no obvious robbery. Nothing was missing except poor Teresa's life. Who would want to kill a respected doctor in such a violent way, and why?
Well, detectives started digging, and what they found was chilling. Just a few days after the murder, 2 suspects were arrested. Curtis Wayne Wright Jr., a longtime friend of Mark Severs, and a man named Jimmy Ray Rogers, an ex-con from Missouri. But the real bombshell came when Curtis Wright flipped. In a plea deal, Wright admitted that he and Rogers had driven over 1,100 miles from Missouri to Florida just to kill Teresa. And they did it at the request of her husband, Mark Severs. Dirty dog.
Always the spouse.
And yes, Mark, the grieving husband, had orchestrated the entire thing. Why, you might ask? Well, prosecutors say it came down to money and control. Mark feared losing custody of his daughters and believed that Teresa was planning to divorce him. He had taken out multiple life insurance policies on her, totaling more than $4 million.
Oh my God, red flag alert. Wow, the trials gripped the nation. In 2019, Jimmy Ray Rogers was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. Curtis Wayne Wright, having cooperated, received a 25-year sentence. But Mark Severs, He went to trial in 2019 and was found guilty of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. The jury took just 4 hours to recommend the death penalty, y'all.
Well, that even feels long.
I know, right?
It does.
In January 2020, Mark Sievers was officially sentenced to death. In 2022, the Florida Supreme Court upheld the conviction and the sentence.
Wow. Today, Teresa's family is still healing. Her mother and stepfather were awarded custody of her 2 daughters, who are now growing up without the mother who adored them.
Terrible.
Her patients lost a doctor who was ahead of her time, advocating for women's health and integrative care. And a community was left haunted by the brutal realization that sometimes monsters wear the most familiar faces.
What truly drives someone to destroy their own family in such a horrific way? This is so painful. It's like, why? You know?
Probably had a mental problem or
was
something.
it fair? Yeah, but my God, was it greed, right? Was it
Yeah.
fear of losing control or cold, calculated greed?
Or all of the above.
Yes. Teresa Sievers' story reminds us that even the most picturesque lives can hide fatal cracks underneath.
Lord have mercy.
Get it, Betty.
They were there. I just didn't unmute it. I swear. I pressed it. It was there.
Fly us.
I got you.
You just
With
like to
the
hear us say.
harmonics.
I do like when
Oh
you guys do it. It's
God.
right in my ears. It's the best.
Yes, music
Like 2 little angels.
That's exactly it.
Yes. Well, very fitting. My Bougie Bible pick this week is saffron, which is a spice derived from the crocus stivius flower, and it offers a wide range of potential health benefits, starting with mental health. Have you ever heard of that? Like saffron can help improve mood and reduces the symptoms of depression and
I
anxiety.
mean, no, I cook with it. I like the flavor of it, but I know nothing about its health benefits.
Yes. I've started taking it in like tincture forms because it helps with sleep and sleep quality. And it also, because they've done like extensive studies on it, it also helps to regulate hormones associated with mood, such as dopamine and serotonin. It offers also health benefits and can help lower blood pressure and cholesterol. It helps with eye health and even weight management. It helps to curb appetite and suppress and speed up the metabolism. It's an anti-inflammatory. It has antioxidant properties and potentially could protect against cell damage and may also boost libido. So it's a rich source of riboflavin,
Dr. Boom Shakalaka.
vitamin B that supports a healthy immune system. But they also say that it has some anti-cancer properties, but you know what I mean? Like everything, we are not giving medical advice. Please check with your doctor before you do any of these things, because even holistic things can,
Kick you in the ass.
interact with, medications that you are taking or mental problems that you have. So, so saffron.
Where'd you get yours?
I ordered it off of Amazon in like tincture form, and it tastes a little bit sweet. I don't know what it's sweetened with or whatever. A lot of saffron tinctures come like infused with honey. And they have the tea or whatever, and it can't hurt.
Okay.
Yes.
I like all the benefits it has. Anywho, y'all, my Bougie Bible pick this week is a Netflix streaming little watcher called The Residents.
Ooh.
And it's a cute little show. Benji Moto seems to have seen it. It's about a murder at the White House. It's a Chandra Rhimes comedy limited series.
I saw that.
And I'm really enjoying it. So if you want something fun to watch that just gets your mind off your problems, or just, want something to cheer you up, The Residents on Netflix.
So it's not silly that it's like...
I think it's funny. I don't think
funny,
Mr. Sam likes it as much as I do, but I enjoy it.
I would say I saw like one episode. I'll watch. You got me to. I'll do some more.
It's
I'll watch
cute.
some more.
I mean, I think it's probably more a chick thing because the lead actor, the lead character's a woman, and I think it's probably more girly, but
little bit.
Yeah,
But it's a whodunit.
I did see it, and I love her shows, but I'm not a big like comedy person, so that's what Les like. I skipped it, but I
Give
might,
it a
I
chance.
might give it a
watch,
whirl.
Watch one.
I shall.
It's
shall
not like
indeed.
a hee haw knee slapper, but it's
Right.
It is funny.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, it's a little whodunit.
I'll check
Takes
it.
place in the White House.
I'll check it out.
Did you see this new Snow White?
No,
No.
oh God, I don't like anything woke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, have you seen what that girl has been getting? She's been getting so much
Yes.
hate.
Because she put out a bunch of hate.
Well, yeah. She's
Ew, this is sexist and this is that
I
and
know,
the
it's
third.
just-
She ruined the movie
She
before
ru-
it
Well,
came
you know
out.
what? That movie was doomed from the start because before she even started running her mouth off, then it was like, oh, we can't employ, little people.
Oh,
we have to CGI the
gosh.
little people.
Oh,
and
Lord.
and then it just became this whole thing. Then they CGI'd these gender neutral kind of little
Jesus.
people rather
Oh,
than
Lord.
hiring little people actors
Yeah,
who
why
need
not?
the work. I mean, it just got
Exactly.
so woke. They got caught up in their own underwear.
Yeah, no, that's a
I
hard
agree.
pass.
Yeah, and then
Hard
also,
pass.
isn't she taken off of all Disney things?
I think so. I think there's a fallout for her.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well-
why would you talk crap about a timeless classic?
Well,
just
exactly. Then don't be
leave
in
it alone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyways.
And she's like, I never watched it, and all this foolishness. It's like,
Well,
goodbye.
she needs to have a little respect for the quality of the material she was representing.
And then she said somewhere oh, no matter how much hate I get, there are always people lined up to see my
Girl,
work.
that place was empty. Those theaters were empty because people were posting videos of it.
Period. We'll stick to the old one. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's all we got.
Remember, if you have to ask who your crazy neighbor is, it's
probably
probably you.
you. Oh my God! Then you started the show off sneezing and I'm ending it sneezing. Here, let me do a fake last one for good luck.
Be good.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God.